I liked how there were those like quick flash shots, the moments of flashbacks or psychosis where we're kind of seeing what he sees and experiencing what he sees and wondering along with him, like, what is real, what is not, um, and what has he done and what is fabricated in his mind. um, he was a really interesting character, super dynamic. I loved the like location and the setup and the costumes. It was all very believable. And yeah, the other character who he interacted with at the end was also really like just a wonderful performance. Where there's just something off with him, and we don't really know what his motives are, and it was just, there was so many question marks, but in a good way, where you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't really know what's going on, but neither does the main character, and so I feel like we're on this journey with him. I really like this. I thought the editing just really brought it to a next level and helped immerse us.
I think you really nailed this. I think the acting was really great. I think sometimes when you are working with a different, historical time and the costumes are different, sometimes the acting can come off a little bit stiff. You're trying to fit into this mold. And I think this almost rigid mold. And I think this piece was very fluid and very good at telling the story and leading up to the suspense and leading up to the climax of the piece. I think um, you do. I think that's also with the writing as well. I think the way that you wrote this piece leading up to all of this was very well done, and the actors definitely brought it through on their end as well. Um, like I said, visually, this was really, really great.
I thought it was clever how all of the visualizations of his mind started to emerge. So as a watcher, I got the sense that you never really knew who the victim was at any given moment. You thought it was this, and then it was this, and then it was that. Um, it was a really great visualization of guilt eating away at him, um, potentially because of how he neglected his wife, which led to her suicide. And he clearly blames himself, whether he's expressed this outwardly or not, or come to terms with it. And this guilt is haunting him, and it's affecting the way he treats every person in his life, and affecting his life.
I loved the way they completely created this world and submerged us into the past. Everything was so spot on. The costumes, the sets, those beautiful lanterns that they were using, and the acting was just superb. I believed everybody. Everybody was really genuine. Um, I loved how they told this story, how they kind of got the reveal to start happening. It was really, really suspenseful. And they gave you like these little breadcrumbs where you were wondering, oh, surely he didn't. But the end and the twist that they put into it, I really thought was amazing. I also loved what the director of photography did with the lighting at the beginning. Those low light shots was lit so beautifully. You could still see everybody's features. Everything was really clear.
I liked the setting, the costume design, the visuals of it. I think it was really inviting and really set the tone. Very spooky. The acting is absolutely amazing. You get a sense that there's something happening and it's not clear what, and the actors were really great at shifting between the version of the character that they were playing and that they were being perceived as.
The long shot of this woman going through this acre of woods, essentially, I thought was very beautiful to end on after seeing something so gruesome. This is a man who's gone mad, a man kind of having this Fight Club moment of uh, talking and having a conversation to what I presume to be Death himself. as he has this dark spirit that exists within him that makes him do these heinous acts. As we see him go through this act of going mad and kind of getting lost in this moment and making the same mistake yet again, as he has this conversation with death, only to find death himself. And the only way out of it was to also take the misery out of the equation. Death kind of forewarns him, knowing that death is going to come to him, as he makes comments of, this is the last conversation we're going to have together. Therefore, they have these moments of foreshadowing his death while as he speaks to death himself. And it kind of makes him go through this revelation of kind of having his final moments of truth.
I think the idea was really compelling, the premise, and the way the main character, through these flashbacks and these visions, starts to understand that he is responsible for the death of these two ladies. So I think the short was really interesting, really compelling, and it really gave me the chill, to be honest.